Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So good to see you. So good to be with you. Another day for the opportunity to turn away from the outer world and turn within to the great within. I'm Rev Wendy Silvers. It's my joy and honor to be in this sacred space with you this morning. If you like this, just hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Is there a topic you want me to explore or expand on? Just let me know. This morning, let's talk about friendship. Friendship. So, Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about different kinds of love. Eros, romantic love. He talked about philia, brotherly love, and agape love. So, what kind of friend are you? Are you a transactional friend? Are you somebody who is always, smiling or not smiling, looking to see what you can get from somebody? That would be more, I would say, transactional. That would not be more of an agape love, right? Agape love is that recognizing that we are each and all of us interconnected. It is the divine love. And some of you know I am an agape minister, agape practitioner, which is a spiritual therapist. I've been on a spiritual path, like no joke, you all, since I was single digits, always aware of a field around me, always aware of life. There was something around seeing things, knowing things, sensing things that no one around me seemed to be attuned to. So I have always been something of a cosmic investigator, the divine investigator, DI. So one thing I am sensitive to, though, is energy. What are people transmitting? So a little warm here. So friendship, colleagueship. Are you somebody who takes people for granted? You don't respond to texts, you're just too busy, or you ask for things, but you don't ever give. You ghost people, but then you love bomb them. The word friend is very meaningful. To be in a friendship with somebody is honoring who they are, accepting them who they are, being there for them, not trauma bonding and supporting them and staying in their disappointment or unhappiness, but really being a champion. I remember years ago listening to Brene Brown speak about something that I use different language for, but she talked about who are your 3 a.m. friends? Now, your 3 a.m. friends might not necessarily be the people that you hang out with all the time. Maybe they're the 3 a.m. people that when you pick up the phone, it's like years dissolve and they're right there. They're always there for you. As you mature, who are the people in your sacred circle, your sacred hoop? Who are the people that you are there for and they are there for you? Especially now, it's really important and crucial to look at what kind of friend are you? Where are you placing your attention? I spoke yesterday about intention and attention, but where you place your attention reveals what you believe. And if you're somebody that's liking or seeing something and never responding, or coming around and asking people for things but never giving them in return, withholding, maybe you want to look at that. Maybe you want to see what you're putting out, because one thing I can assure you from circling the sun just a few decades are a couple of things. That which you resent will only harm you. That which you judge, you often become. Let me say that again. That which you judge, you often become. And when you point the finger at someone else, you've got three pointing back at you. So my invitation to you today is to look at, how do you show up in all of your relationships? Are you standing there with your palm out? Figuratively, what can you do for me? Do you have this idea that people owe you? Do you think you're too important not to respond to a text? Or that you have to be untrue when you have your communication? Many, many years ago, many years ago when I was doing PR, I was working for somebody, a manager asked me to help their client. And I did. And then it was time for the client to send in their payment. And they decided that they didn't want to pay because it was a privilege for me to support them with a campaign. And I remember in that moment, it was a moment on many different levels because I'm a solopreneur, and it wasn't I wasn't dependent on that person per se for my good, but I was dependent on the coin of the realm to take care of my obligations. But it was also very telling for me about a number of things. One, always have an agreement and make sure you have dates on the calendar for when people are making their payments, if you do a payment plan, and also the character of somebody. You can't fake consciousness, and you cannot fake character. The idea that somebody would, without having a discussion, think that it was a privilege for someone to work on their campaign and therefore didn't need to pay them for their time and their energy and their expertise was very telling. It was a really interesting awareness. So as you consider what kind of friend you are, of course, I'm giving you a thumbnail and a shorthand for certain things. It's like getting, what do they call them? Crib notes or something. I'm giving you little bullets here. Are you a giver, or are you a giver and a taker? Do you ask, request, and do you respond? Are you a person of your word? My father used to say, your word is your bond. And I've never forgotten that. And my mom used to say, if someone talks about someone else to you, they're going to talk about you to someone else. So are you gossiping? There's a difference between observing and gossiping. I know I'm dropping a lot. Are you getting this? Is this landing? Is this making sense? Because so many of my clients come to me and talk to me about wanting inner peace. My friends, we want peace. We want equality. We want a world that works for everyone. But it begins and it ends with you. How are you showing up in your relationships? Are you transactional? Are you utilitarian? Are you someone who is manipulative to get what you want? Just notice. Just take an inventory. Do you follow your words with actions? Or do you think you're just too important? Or that person isn't important for you to respond to? Energy gets transmitted. If you say one thing, but you do another, What gets transmitted is this, not this. So if you desire enduring, mutually respectful relationships that support one another, take an inventory. How do I show up? What am I holding? Do I figuratively show up with my hands on my hips like, okay, what have you got for me? Or do you walk in or go into a meeting and say, oh, how can I bring something to this person? Oh, how thoughtful of you. Oh my gosh, really? You're thinking of me? Thank you. Now we're all busy. We're all busy. But do you have time to respond? Do you have time to be genuine, to court being genuine? We live in a society of keyboard warriors and all sorts of things, right? I won't go down that lane this morning. But what I will say is take an inventory. Are you somebody who's taking rather than giving? Are you manipulative so you get what you want? Do you push people out of the way? Do you run over people and to get what you want? Do you kind of sideways say things? Do you feel entitled? Well, I'm so and so when I do this. I don't need to respond. I don't need to follow through on my word. I don't need to whatever. Are you kind? Appreciative? Do you mutually request and give? Those are basic, genuine qualities that make a person a decent human. So you get to choose today. How do you show up in your relationship? Are you demanding? Are you critical? Resentful? Bitter? Do people owe you? Or do you have no boundaries? And you will be there for anybody, but not there for yourself. All of this information is just information for you to take in, to harvest, and then to transform if you care to. Some people, and there are those people, don't care. They just don't care. They are going to do whatever they do because they think that's the way. But if you trail it back to their childhood, typically they didn't get their needs met. And unmet needs create havoc in relationships. They create addiction. They create a ton of baggage. So would you like to lighten your baggage today? Would you like to make a decision to be different? I remember when I first started to do an inventory and I got to see some of the behaviors that I was enacting out of a sense of protection. I was protecting myself. I was so sensitive, protecting. I was angry. I was hurt. But those strategies didn't serve anyone. So today, friendship, where are you on this scale? Just take a peek, take a piece of paper, write it down, write down a list of your friendships. What are they like? Just notice, be aware, be a divine investigator. Just have that moment. And if you need support, I am here for you. I am here for you. I can assist you in reclaiming yourself, in absolutely letting go of those patterns and habits and strategies that do not serve you or other people, so you can live a more fulfilling, joyous life. Does that sound good? So now I'm going to go to the Zoom with the folks that are Zooming in, and we are going to meditate. Again, if this was meaningful for you, if you have a suggestion or an idea, hit the thumbs up, send me a message, hello@wendysilvers.com, and I will see you at the next Awaken. Peace and richest blessings. Bye for now.